Hi everybody, today I'm really excited to share with you one of my favorite places in Paris, L'Ardèche à Paris. It's an epicerie that sells only products from l'Ardèche. So let's go ahead and take a look. Bonjour Laurent.
Bonjour.
Comment vas-tu?
Je vais très bien. Bonjour.
Here we are. All products from Ardèche, which is a place that I have a particular passion for because my husband's family is from there. And that's how I discovered this place and how I met Laurent, who is also from Ardèche.
Ardéchois.
And deeply passionate about all things from Ardèche. So thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much for coming. You're very welcome as usual.
Thank you, thank you. So today I want to share a little bit with our followers. What is Ardèche? What are the products that are unique to the region?
Absolutely.
And a little bit about you and why do you have a passion for Ardèche? Because in fact, l'Ardèche is not a place that's very well known even to a lot of French people.
It's not actually. It's a very wild area. This is the only place in France without motorway, and so that's why it remains very wild, very authentic, and we loved it for this reason also. Actually, I was born in Ardèche some years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
And I still have a house of the family there, and so that's a place we love to gather the family, the friends during the different period of the year. And in my life, I always appreciated the product of Ardèche, and I offered it. I had the opportunity to travel a lot and to discover new people throughout the world. And usually when I have to bring a gift to somebody, that was a product from Ardèche.
Right.
So that was a wonderful bottle of wine. We will discover it afterwards. It could be some sausages, it could be some jams. Everything is homemade in a very traditional way. And that's a real pleasure to share with friends and the family and whoever wants to meet this kind of culture. This treasure of our nature.
So what are some products that are unique and let's say well known in Ardèche?
So first of all, it's all about the chestnut. Ardèche is the bigger producer in Europe for chestnut. So we have chestnut trees everywhere on the mountains between 400 and 800 meter altitude. This is a traditional culture. And with the chestnut, we call the chestnut trees the trees for the meat.
For example?
Yeah, we have one here, more than 500 years old. It's really a piece of a museum. So we call it the trees of the meat because the pork, which has something very essential in our culture, are eating the chestnut. And this is also the trees for the bread because with the chestnut, when they are dry, we can make a flour, which is the base of the bread. Okay, so in the ages, that was a way also people they feed themselves with this. So with the chestnut, you can eat it fresh in October and November. Then you have to transform it, adding sugar to make the marron glacé, which is something very famous. I don't have it in this period because it's more around the Christmas period that we have it. And we can transform it. We dry it. And as I told you, we still are going to do the flour, which is here, for instance, the flour of chestnut.
Yeah.
So with it, you can make bread, we can make cake and whatever. It's very important in this period of time because it's gluten-free.
Yeah.
And so people loved it for this reason.
And it's quite high in protein, if I'm not mistaken. It's
it's
quite healthy for you.
Absolutely, it's very healthy. And then obviously, the jam, the famous jam, crème de marron, that is used to prepare Mont Blanc, for instance, which is something very interesting, and to accompany your breakfast or your whatever.
I love to put a little bit of yogurt in the morning.
It is.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the way
sweet,
to do.
but it's very tasty.
It is. Other products, obviously, all the cheeses and the sausages. You can see here all these products are coming from farms. I go personally, and that's my job. I'm making the sourcing of all these products. So I go to the farms. I discuss with the supplier. Usually they are friends of mine. I knew years and years ago, and they still are living in this area. And so we try together. We choose the best product that could match with the requirements of our customer here in Paris. Here we have, obviously, in this store, we have customers from this area of Paris. We have people as a customer coming from Ardèche and living in Paris. And we have a lot of tourists.
Yes.
American people, they love our stores. They love the way we share the experience around the products, and we explain, because each product has a story.
Right.
I just talked to you about the chestnut, but I can talk to you about the cheese, all the suspended sausages that we are here and also in the window, just like, for instance, this beautiful Jesus, which is my favorite one here. I love this. This is a 1.5 year maturation sausages. Absolutely delicious. I think we are the only one to have this in Paris.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So good. So good. And maybe let's talk also about wine, because
Yeah,
wine
absolutely.
is something completely integrated in Ardèche, because
Yes.
Ardèche is very known for the mountains, for the kayak, because we have a canyon in the south of Ardèche. People don't know that in the Rhône Valley, from the north to the south, on 200 kilometers, the Rhône is connected to Ardèche. And we have very good appellation, categories of wine.
Mm-hmm.
The most famous are Cornas and Saint-Joseph, 100% from Ardèche, and
Yes.
people, they don't know that.
Right.
We are talking about Syrah in terms of kind of grapes. We are talking in terms of obviously Grenache, still for the red. And for the white, we have the Viognier, kind of with the Condrieu, with parties in Ardèche and the rest is in other area. And then very specific product and grapes, local. For the white, you have the Roussanne, for instance, or the Marsanne. And for the red, a very old and traditional wine, which is the Château.
Which is my favorite.
Yeah, the Château. I mean, in Ardèche, 2,000 years old, we had the Roman, and they had a city in the south of Ardèche called Alba. Today is Alba la Romaine, and they identified in some very old bottles the rest of wine and the rest of the Châteaux, actually. So this is something endemic. It's only in this area, in the Cévennes area, in the mountains of Ardèche. And we have people now who are producing this kind of wine. This is a Petite Syrah, we called it, but very interesting in terms of flavor. You know, this cherry, the black fruits flavors in your mouth. Pretty strong.
Yeah,
you can
quite
eat it with a tannic. Yeah, absolutely. Very interesting with the sausages, with the meat, or with the cheese.
It goes well with all of it.
It works perfectly. That's why it's in Ardèche, actually.
Yes.
And then we talked also about a tradition in Ardèche, which is connected to the herboristerie. Herboristerie is the sense of using what the nature brings to you in terms of herbs. We use it in two senses. The first one was about the medicine. People in the some years ago, they didn't go to the doctors or to the chemistry or whatever. They used the plants they found around their house to protect themselves.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing. So there is a tradition that goes from grandmother to sons and whatever, and they transmit and they know exactly how to protect themselves, having some tisane, having
Right.
some. But also these tisanes are good in terms of flavor. So we can use it just for the pleasure of having a very good taste in your mouth when you have your tea or when you before going to bed. And this is one of our activity actually. And my grandmother and grandmother, they taught me, and I'm teaching now to my son and daughter, how to work with this kind of product. And for instance, here you have different herbs: verbena, tilleul, calamant, reine des prés, and this is very good. Each one specifically are very good to protect when you have a cold or when you want to prepare the winter period. Every evening you can have a tea of this.
I drink it every night.
And this is absolutely good, absolutely. And then you know how to mix them together to prepare a very flavored tisane.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of secret of family that we can have. So this is the second. So first for to cure yourself as a medicine, then as a flavor, and then we can use it to prepare some alcohol, just like this one, for instance. This is a liqueur of verbena, okay, pure one with different kind of leaves of verbena. So you have the fresh one, you have the wild one here, and the dried one. This is a mix all together, and we prepare this kind of mixture, which is so good for helping the digestion.
Yeah.
So many stories.
There are so many, and it could go on. And just to come back to the furniture here.
Oh yeah, this one, of course. So here's the furniture. So this is a trunk of chestnut, which has been cut more than 500 years ago.
Years ago, yeah.
Okay. So actually, naturally, this is the internal part is empty because when it's very old, the chestnut trees, they grow by the external part.
So they become hollow in the middle.
Absolutely.
Right.
So the people, they cut it because the production of chestnut is going down, so it's no use. So they can use it for the fireplace or to prepare the structure of the houses, because it's very good in terms of wood for to prepare for this. And then they continue to carve in the internal part. They had shelving, a door which is here suspended on the absolutely, and it's the furniture. This is to me, this is the design of the nature.
Right.
It's the nature guides the craftsman hand to prepare the furniture. And that's something very traditional.
It's very Ardèchois.
Today it's very Ardèchois. It's very difficult to find it because that in the 50s and the 70s, that was a symbolism of very poverty, and so people, they get rid of it. But now it's piece of museum because it's a symbol of the Seven area, and you can see a different kind of old furniture. But we loved it because this is a way also to get the link with the people who were before.
And Ardèche is going a little bit through a renaissance in
the moment. It is a renaissance, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, in the 70s and the 80s, it was an area where all the people, they went away because it was difficult to live there.
Right.
And then there is a coming back with new families installing there, working in agriculture, working for the tourism industry and whatever, and it's a new sense of
coming back.
Coming back.
And you're the center of that. You're a little bit.
We are in the middle.
We are Ardèche here in Paris.
For Paris, we try to be the best embassy.
Yes.
First of all, for the producers, and because we like to make this link between people who are not able to go to Ardèche in an easy way. So that's a way to bring a part of Ardèche here in Paris. Yeah. And to share the best of the product, the best of the experience, all these kind of stories that we can share with the people.
Absolutely.
And we see that it works because they like, they follow us on the Instagram, all the movies we are preparing to transfer this tradition to people.
And the authenticity, I think, of it all. That's what people are looking for when they're visiting Paris or visiting France.
Absolutely.
But even for French people, a lot of them don't know Ardèche very well.
I know.
I mean, even with for me, the wine, it's something, because wine in Ardèche wasn't very famous in all of France before.
Absolutely.
And now you have producers creating excellent wine.
It is.
And it still remains, for the quality of the wine, very well priced because it doesn't have the famousness behind it.
It is.
Yeah, so you
But this is so good.
Yeah, it's excellent.
And hopefully, we hope that the price will now go up.
No, but that's why I love it so much, because for me, Ardèche as a whole is one of the, in my opinion, one of the better kept secrets of this country, both within France and with tourism. So if you want a unique experience, you want to try something a little different, something that maybe you're not familiar with, please come to Ardèche at Paris. Meet Laurent, meet his team. They are wonderful, and you can discover something really special. Thank you, Laurent, so much for having us.
Thank you so much, Clinton. Thank you very much. Thank you.